a tycoon. I've been running up a check.
Yeah, Italy. Hey, I'm setting the tone for all of the clones who swear they can do what I do. I run up a check and now niggas is checking the stats on the shoes that I use. I'm with the who's of the who's, dropping them clues like glue. I wanted the money, it came with the pie, that's how I became a tycoon. I put the work in and that shit is working, I swear you can see the results. This shit is alchemy, first they was doubting me, now niggas follow the code. I'm with the who's of the who's, dropping them clues like glue. I wanted the money, it came with the pie, that's how I became a tycoon. These rappers be thirsty for clout, speak on my name and I'm in, I'm out.
Check. Off top shit, right? Freestyle shit? Yeah. Because I'm on, like the remote control. Y'all don't even have to take a part of me, that's just my soul. This is scooped in underneath the salsa bowl. Half you little feeble frame of minds are nothing that scolds. In adulthood from a patience of a water down. You talk food, but the club could beat your mama down. This is better off before I take the sound. How you think you're a pro as an athlete, but half of you are not profound. This is it though. I take words from instrumentals and then outline them. He said I wasn't saying number 2 pencils. I will leave you to the phone before I call you back. This word knick-knack, paddywhack, your wacky raps. I could attract you past the rhyme of what you see to score. How you gonna represent when you're not in the 414? My cast is pod, but you're in a pod, I escape you out. How you gonna talk Gwen Stefani when she's in your mouth? No doubt. Sick with the silo, high-low with a sideshow of anything that idles. You to be a Archie, but you're a arch rival. When anything is subliminal, but you're more suicidal. What you doing, son? You think you off a different stunt? When you been sitting on the floor when you carpet munch? I ain't even made for you runts. You're acrobatic without extra stunts. That's why you're cushier when you get punked.
Hey.
What you doing on the rhyme stash? You think you're Jet Li, but don't wear the black mask. How you gonna walk among your new task? You probably smoke weed, but the weed is laced with some different hash. I don't replicate anything that could reciprocate you to a mathematician problem that could educate you to subtract your mind state from whatever thought. How you think you on the rhyme scheme when you never taught yourself how to flow with this? My wordplay leaves you ventriloquist. You could talk deep sea dive with an abyss, but you probably got a voice box that makes you twist. It's not adrenaline rush though. I leave you right off of the head code. I don't know from anybody that could incidental. You think your paper route is more or less just a rental. I'm sorry you people, but this is cake and you're incidental or incidental. My word is lost to screen. I leave you right off of here before you ever could know what I mean. Your deep voice scheme is Rod Digger or Evie Queen. I don't take you there, but I take you from a different dream. My interscene intercepts anything that you could do to take you past your Johnny Depps. I don't even have to take you there before you live in less. You think you're twisted like I said before, but you listen to that Keith Sweat. What you doing next? You ain't speaking, boy. You think you B-boy windmill as I deep destroy anything you Star Trek, but you're acting Roy with a cone head on. How you doing this to your void? It's a voice box prox with the proxy. People think they hear, but they looking paparazzi. You a stardom with the ego on your shoulder blade. I will knock your halo off your head because God is very afraid. I'm not devilish enough before I could take you past the rush of anything that leaves your dust in a devil will flush. You're in the toilet bowl of mush. I'm sorry that you're pushed over, but I got a push that could leave you dush, pussy. Now what you doing to the next verse? You ain't holding this shit hard enough, my head hurts. I don't take rappers out on a date because that's you in a skirt. You're mad because the truth hurts. Now how you speaking when you take the time? I'm over here with fist up like Free Palestine. You people talk among the dime for a spectrum. That's why you nerd rappers still got your pocket protection. I dissection you past biological. My psychological honest flow is giving you idolopes of anything that you could do before you kind of flow. I'm a mathematician on a microphone. This is my isotope, bitch.
Jeez. Denku the Great.
Word up, word up. Appreciate y'all.
Motherfucking wordsmith in this bitch. Let's go. That's a true off the dome freestyle.
True off the top.
It's hard to explain how that many words can fit in your head off the dome. Like that's wild, bro.
It's just crazy to you'll have spots where I'm like, all right, this is where it falls off. You know what I'm saying? And then you catch that shit. And you just be saying the shit that fucking rhymes, bro. That shit.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
And not only that, like he's holding like a storyline while he's fucking rhyming. Is crazy. Like
I used to freestyle so much, bro. And I haven't done it in so long, bro. When I see other people do it, and then you do it well, bro. Like you don't have too many filler words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's, I'm definitely one of those you niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
1,000 times.
repeated phrases. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You don't do the repeated phrases.
Yeah,
Word up.
That shit sound like it's preordained looking ass.
Yeah. And what's crazy too is like you freestyle like 95% how you rap. Like when you write a verse.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think I've ever heard anybody freestyle like
I
that.
never thought about that. Like if I freestyle, you're gonna tell that it was not something that I wrote down or something.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. That's
he
super
freestyles
facts.
just like
yeah,
you
like
rap.
how you rap, you freestyle. That's crazy.
Well, he freestyles exactly how he might write.
Yeah,
so
that's facts. That's cold. Damn, I never thought about that. That's crazy.
All right, mic check. You're now tapped into the R414R podcast, where hometown artistry is supported, recorded, and awarded an interview from the #1 platform in the city. Before we dive into today's episode, take a brief moment to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can stay updated on future episodes as we continue bringing the truest talent our hometown has to offer. I am your host, the 414 Tycoon, more commonly known as Illy. And joining me as co-host is my lyrical brethren, the verbal executionist, street team Hectic. Today, we're proud to announce our first episode brought to you out of the R414R Media Studio.
Let's go.
Behind the lens, as usual, we got SG Films. Joining us for episode 44 and christening our new space, we got an established MC and freestyle rap artist based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, known for his unorthodox lyricism and unmatched stage presence. He's a veteran in the underground rap scene with over 2 decades of experience. The leader of the independent hip-hop collective and label Cypher Den Music, and the host of the Cypher Den Chat and Crack the Code podcast. He's considered the collab king and has featured with underground hip-hop royalty and major rap icons alike. We give you Taiyamo Denku.
Let's go.
That was beautiful, man. I appreciate you.
Man, it was I was like, this list could just keep going on. I had to cut some things out of that. That's the first time I had to like, ooh, this is a good thing to say. Ooh, this is a good thing to say. And then as I was reading the list of like things I could say about you, I was like, this shit is long as fuck. I'm gonna delete some of this.
Yeah, you gotta summarize that. Like AI, you gotta need an AI summary on Denku.
Yeah.
No, but Denku, bro, what I definitely right away. Hopefully, this ain't one of his questions. I didn't get to look over the schedule and shit. But what is Taiyamo Denku?
Oh, I've been asked this a bunch. So I used to battle rap a whole bunch back in the day, but it was laid back, more defensive. Like, I wait for them to attack, and then I hit them with a, defensive punchline back at them, whatever. And like the fighting style Tai Chi, right? Mm-hmm. So I got Tai from Tai Chi. Because, okay, before I touch on it, I used to go by, yeah, pause. Yeah.
Pause that one.
Pause that one. I used to go by Sandman, right?
Okay.
But there was so
Adam
many
Sandler.
rappers. There was so many rappers named Sandman, right? So I wanted to have something nobody else would have.
Yeah.
So the battle rap thing, Tai from Tai Chi, I took that. And then Yamo, I misspelled Yamo in Spanish, like for name, right? Just to add that because everybody thinks I'm Latin and I'm not. Like people be talking to me in Spanish and I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, wait, I see it. So like me llamo.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I added that to it just to
That's
get the
crazy
front
because I
part of
always
the
said
name.
it like that just cause.
Yeah.
But it was.
And then Denku, around the time I came up with the name, there was a lot of MCs that had used already established cartoon character names as their rap names.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to create my own cartoon character name.
And that was just a made up.
Yeah.
Denku's just a made up cartoon character name. That's crazy.
That's what's
bro.
up.
And now you type that shit in Google, it's only my shit.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
only,
saying?
no, that's the uniqueness. Definitely is a plus up for him. Like it's an up one on everybody. Like you can't. I made it up, bro. Like what do you know? Like my shit's hectic. That comes from my name. You know, so it's like.
At first, when I first learned of you as an artist, I thought your rap name was Taiyamo Denku, like we love Denku or something. You know, like that's what I thought. You know, people were calling you. You know, and I was like, oh, that's a dope ass name. Like they don't know. They're saying they love Denku.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And that's dope too.
Yeah.
That's dope too. And there have been people that thought that was it, but it's
But that's the coolest shit behind having a dope name is that you can make whatever you want it to mean, bro. Really,
Dog's
that's
rap
cold.
name is a triple metaphor.
And then I would agree to everything. That is what it means.
Yeah, right.
I thought of that already. You know what I'm saying? Because like in kind of in accordance with what he's saying a little bit, in it's Spanish wise, it kind of does sound like not te amo. I get that. That's cold. To me, it was like that jamo, like I call you Denku. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I always kind of just said it. But I think that's just because I'm Spanish, so I fucking hear it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have been asked to rebrand it before, but I've been pushing it for so long.
Yeah.
That everybody knows me as that. So I decided not to. It's crazy. The person that asked me to rebrand it is actually Fredro Star from Onyx.
Type shit.
And I said no.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say rebrand it. I would say play off of the multi-metaphorness of it. You know, like if you're gonna do like a skit or something like that, you know, have a bunch of females run up to you or like you be walking past and they're holding signs and they're like, Taiyamo Denku, you know, like, and it's like, it's Taiyamo. Like,
Taiyamo, fam.
You're right.
The fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. You know, you
yeah.
could do a bunch of little skits like that where
I'm
it's
telling
like,
you, I would
they
agree to
think
everything.
they're saying one thing and then you're like correcting them.
Yeah.
You know, on how to
that
pronounce it.
would be hilarious.
That's what I would do. you
I
know?
literally said that
Just play into it.
1,000 times. If somebody like, I'll say a rap line and motherfuckers will be like, "Oh, that's cold," and they'll take it how they take it. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I thought about that. I didn't mean it that way, but I knew it was in the array of things it could mean. You know, talking shit. I'm talking hella shit. I'm like, yeah, bro. You know, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it's who's to say if I do? Fuck y'all. I knew, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but I just did that with the on the freestyle that I did on here. I said I told him I could be with Fair tonight, but you could never be in Air to Mines. She said, whatever, I'ma suffocate you with this pussy. Well, ho, I ain't scared to die. Bro, when I said Air to Mines, I wasn't even thinking when I wrote the suffocate part. And then somebody like pointed it out and I heard it. I'm like, I'm the coldest nigga ever, man. I got fucking octuples for what the fuck is a quintuplet fucking metaphor.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Quantandras, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think of it though, for real.
But it's cold.
Yeah,
it's cold.
it worked out. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Fuck it. We run with it how we can, fam.
Hell yeah. So as an artist, how long have you been working on music or writing or just being in the
not even
hip-hop?
professionally, yeah. Just like when did you
So
start?
I started rhyming 93, 94.
OG.
Yeah. I would have been 5 years old at that time.
And I started freestyling before I started writing. So it's probably why I'm so good at it now. I don't
Type shit. Yeah.
But somebody told me, because I used to freestyle my whole sets too. Probably even when I first met you, I think I freestyled. We used to do the, they used to do them in garages, and then they moved it to, and then I think there was one that was done at the Spot.
Yeah.
And then there was one at, there was like a West Dallas venue. They did them at a bunch of different spots, but they used to start out doing them at garages, and they were like ciphers like every week or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they turned into shows, and then I would start freestyling shows. And then this one dude, I freestyled my whole set at the show, like a 30-minute set. Like I would just go off on different beats, whatever. And then afterwards, he was like, man, that's really cold, but how can you sell an album? because it's not on nothing. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, so I need to try to memorize my shit, right? So that's when I started actually memorizing shit. But I mean, I was always writing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I used to freestyle a bunch of my songs back in the day too. But yeah, so I mean, it goes back to 93, 94. Growing up, listening to the Hot 102 station. Do you even know what that is?
Yeah, I remember what
All right.
102 is.
Yeah, so before it turned to a rock station,
Okay.
that's like what played all the legendary hip hop stuff back in the day on the radio when they were still playing like KRS-One, Biggie, Cool G Rap, like all that stuff was still on the radio. Before it really kind of commercialized.
I was just about to say, that's what a time to be alive, bro, because we don't even get that.
Yeah, that's like...
You don't even get that no more.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine just listening to the radio and fucking KRS-One's rapping to you, fam? Like, trying to spit fucking knowledge in your ear and you on the radio, like...
And now with the radio, it's just crazy, like, the repetitiveness of the songs that are on.
Mhm.
It's a commercial, bro.
Yeah.
It's a what the fuck is it called when you make it for it's a jingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All radio music is jingles. It's like just get people to repeat as much as you can out of the hook or whatever. You know,
And they pay for that. That's why
of
it's
course.
there.
Yeah,
That's why it transitioned and changed. Like it's in their contract. You have to play my song this amount of times.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why radio is pretty much dead and repetitive now.
Yeah.
Because it's not DJs playing what they want to play. I mean, you get those shows here and there, but it's more like, as far as commercial radio goes, all it is what's in the contract, what you need to play. You need to play it on this time at this hour.
This many times per hour.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy
Who was
to me?
telling us
Eleazar.
Eleazar was the one telling us
it's
that.
crazy, like, to think about the fact that now radio stations don't even have like a local DJ on air anymore. It's like ran by, maybe 3-4 different stations ran by one DJ from a different state or some shit like that, especially like with the whole iHeartRadio and shit like that. Like, multiple radio stations are ran by one
Yeah, that's what he was telling us. He was like,
sighted person.
it's like 15 DJs in the whole Midwest.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trash, bro. Trash.
All right, so we got back early 90s you began and then you started. Were you doing like rap battles or were you just doing like shows, like,
So in the 90s, I'm just freestyling. I'm in high school. I'm desk making beats,
shit.
freestyling at the lunchroom tables, stuff like that.
Is that like here in Milwaukee or?
Yeah, I went to not in Milwaukee. I mean, I went to Dominican high school.
Okay.
So, it was like a melting pot type school from like all different areas of around the city.
Mm-hmm.
So like me and some people came from Milwaukee, and then there was some people that came from Whitefish Bay. Some people came from Shorewood, Greendale,
Okay.
like all around the area, and then they all came to that school. But
Okay.
yeah, so we're making beats like that. I mean, we used to interrupt classrooms. Me and my dude Jonah. Yeah, I mean, he's been locked up for a minute now, but I guess free Jonah. But he
But I don't know if that's happening.
it's probably not gonna happen. But we used to just randomly just beatbox and
Yeah.
make beats during the middle of class. We would get in trouble and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would do that. And then I was the first one they would always do programs for Black History Month, Cinco de Mayo. I was the only one they knew that could rap.
Mhm.
So they wanted an element of hip hop in both of those programs. So they had me do a rap section, and it was crazy. By the time it was senior year, they had a wireless. It was like some celebrity shit, damn near. Like they had me with a wireless microphone, sitting in the back of the auditorium, walking down the aisle with the microphone, rapping to a beat that I made on like one of those old. I don't think it was the DR5. It was something. It was old ass drum machine that I made like a beat on, and I'm like walking down the aisle with the mic, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's like the weirdest.
This is amazing.
It's like the weirdest shit ever. It's so weird because it's like high school, and then after that, I used to
are
have,
like Taiyamo Denku.
it was so weird, man. And then
And this is when you were Sandman, or that was even before that?
this was Sandman.
Okay,
Yeah, this was
Sandman era.
Okay.
Yep. And then
You need a project called
and-
the Sandman era.
I used to key style battle rap. Remember the message boards when people used to battle rap on with the little key
On
style
AOL
joints?
and shit.
You don't remember that? So there used to be rapmusic.com used to be like a big message board, right?
Rapmusic.com is crazy.
Yeah, they owned it. They owned the shit, and they used to have the GRB, which was like the audio battle tournament, and you would win money in that shit, and you would be able to record diss tracks towards whoever you were fighting this tournament style. But then even before that, they would have like text battles between people, like who's the better lyricist, because there's no beat, there's nothing. It's literally you typing out
Oh, you're just typing out your lyrics.
typing out lyrics towards someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that was like
Actually,
the
I
thing.
think I do remember that. Yeah.
So
I ain't never
yeah,
seen that. That's crazy.
there was a ton of different message boards at the time. I actually think this is the first time I'm ever even talking about this. But I used to do that in like 99 to 2000. And then that's when I was like, man, I want to have a name nobody has.
Yeah.
And then I came up with Taiyamo Denku right before I got into college. So I went I went by that all through college. And I met a group called Wastelands, which is an acronym that's called Wisdom Articulates Serenity Throughout Entities Living Allah's Nurturing Divine Science.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
That was
Bro,
the-
you killed my shit. I thought when I did my music one, I was cold. That was short ass
Yeah.
shit.
Short ass words and
Yeah.
shit. These niggas made fucking whole sentence.
so that was the group I was in. I met them in college. They used to have to sneak me in the shows because I was the young dude. They were already like grown. Like the one dude graduated college my freshman year, and then they were already able to go to clubs and shit. So like we would do a lot of our stuff in Chicago at that time because they were from Chicago. So they would sneak me into clubs to go do that stuff. And then I did the battles at Ty Joe's back in the day. I did the Scribble Jam battles. I went to Scribble Jam from 03 to 08, 09, whenever it ended. I did all that. And then I kind of just randomly parted from the group. Like we never had beef really.
It was just like you.
It just we just grew into something else.
Yeah.
And then one of the dudes got married. It was like a hobby to him, so he kind of stepped away. And then the other dude still wanted to do it, but he started doing his own solo shit. So I did my own solo shit, and then I just kind of branched further. And then we came back and we did a reunion record. I think that came out like right before the pandemic.
Fucking pandemic.
Yeah.
And
So
then-
you. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
this was so you're born and raised here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you produce as well.
I used to produce. And then I just started getting beats from different producers, so I just kind of stepped away. I
Right.
do still want to, in my mind, go back to getting, whether it's an MPC or something, dive back into that world and self-produce an album before I'm done.
Yeah.
I want to do that at some point, but I don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah. If you got the time, get Logic Pro,
Okay.
the newer version. Super easy to use. I just started producing about a year ago, and I made some fire shit with Logic, and I could even send you a tutorial video of how like I learned it, and it's real. It's fucking super easy, bro. You know, like
That's what's up.
the way they've simplified it and made, Logic has made it very user friendly. So,
Okay.
Especially with how lyrical you are, if you had that element of controlling, some of the tracks that you're able to make. Cause I think I've heard you say you record yourself as well.
Yeah, so I've been studio engineering for 20 years. I'd probably be a professional studio
Got bombed for
engineer.
that one.
Word up.
That's crazy, bro, because that shit, I did it for like 4 or 5 years, and then I was like, fuck this, bro. Like It just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And this was back when it was a little harder though. So
it's one of the things I don't like doing.
see,
but I would definitely wouldn't have as many albums as I have if I wasn't mixing and mastering my own shit.
type shit.
And you know, I've been able to do some cool things, like when I got down with Onyx. You know, I've mixed and mastered a couple Onyx records. I've done a couple Fredro Star solo records. I've done I did a Razcast re-release vinyl of Soul on Ice. I did
Those are some good credits, bro.
Das Effects 25-year anniversary re-release. I've done a couple things. I've mixed some things for people in the city, but not as much. I don't know, man. I just don't like people in my crib, man.
Yeah.
No, fact.
No, that's big facts.
Fact. This podcast was going to be a dog shit for a second, and we was like, nah, maybe we shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because I did my first podcast at my crib, and I was like, it got to the point where I ran out of like direct friends to call over. I mean, not that I ran out, but it just got to the point where I was like, I wanted somebody else, and I was like, I'm not gonna have him in my basement, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you can't come over here, bro. You know,
Yeah.
and not that it's like, you know, fuck you. It's just more like
No, it's like
you don't want people in your house, bro.
and not only that, it's like everybody don't need access to your personal life.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Like, this is my house.
Yeah.
This is
You
where I
know,
lay my
like,
head, bro.
I got a really nice, setup, and I got a nice studio area. It's pretty big. It's like damn near the size of this room. And like he said, we were gonna do when we first started the podcast, it was gonna be out of my place, and I was like, maybe I should look for something a little bit more professional. That way, you know, the guests might be going to a professional place, and it kind of changes the what they might think about it or how they might feel about the podcast if they're going to a more professional location. You know?
Yeah.
So we ended up choosing that route. But speaking about the some of the credits that you got, how many features would you say or collaborations would you say you've been part of with pretty known artists?
I mean, I've probably done over 1,000 feature joints.
Sheesh.
It's probably like that. It's probably around that. It's somewhere between 750. I mean, I've done a lot, man. I mean, I
haven't even done that many songs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
I mean, I got 47 released albums,
Yeah.
and then I have 15 unreleased finished albums that are ready to go whenever. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and
I'm trying to get to that status.
That's just crazy, bro.
I work a little too much I got a little too much outside shit going on. It kind of, sometimes I feel like halts the attention that I could give to music and shit, but I still try as much as I can to, write and produce and, do stuff that is music involved.
Mhm.
So
yeah, I mean,
that's great
it's
stuff.
hard to balance life, man. I mean,
It really is.
I got 2 daughters.
Yeah.
I get my daughters half the time, which is what allows me to do shows
Mhm.
like on the times I don't have them for the most part. And then I mean, I also work a full-time job too, on the side. So it's
I was gonna ask. You mentioned that you went to college. What were you studying?
graphic design. I definitely don't do that, but it helps,
Yeah,
with like the advertising, promo stuff,
yeah.
like
Merge.
art
How you
stuff,
feel about
merch,
that? Yeah.
all that.
All right, that's what's up.
So let's just on what's it called? Just on Apple Music, bro. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 albums. That's great.
Yeah, and I mean,
And it goes all the way to 2007.
yeah, and there was stuff before that. Plus, I was in a group.
No, and then you have a 5-year gap here. So you probably had a bunch of shit you did in between that.
Yeah.
So this is just a question that I haven't asked anybody on the pod yet, but I feel like you've got so much work and you've been so long in it. How many times have you ever literally was like, I'm going to quit?
I've felt it.
It's crazy.
I've as an artist, you go through, when you've been rhyming as long as I have, you go through eras, right?
Mhm.
So there's like different eras of music. There's the era that I started rhyming in where there was ciphers on the corner, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the shit. And then it got to, the internet world being brought in to where there's a lot of scam artists that try to, they see you're doing something, so they try to fuck with you, right? Like I had a thing. Well, I mean, I see it from a mile away now because I think I've been through maybe one thing that kind of fucked me up. Like there was this dude that claimed he was like the cousin of MF Doom or something, right? And then
the cousin, always the
but
cousin.
he had like all this information.
Yeah.
And like we had a phone conversation on the phone. It's like it made me think like how can you build this just to try to scam somebody?
Yeah.
Like you actually have somebody that you know that sounds like Doom. Like I know what Doom sounds like. You have a dude that sounds like Doom on the telephone.
Yeah.
And you called me.
That's crazy.
Like, how did you set all this up? It's
Yeah, no,
crazy.
motherfuckers go through great lengths
for money, bro.
to fucking
So
pull the wool on somebody. Yeah.
I got scammed on that shit, right? I didn't lose that much. It was like some little petty shit. But that made me look at shit differently.
Yeah.
And then, so I almost wanted to quit after that. And then I went through a thing with an old producer that at one time was my financial backer for some features I did.
Mm-hmm.
We got into some beef shit, and I got his whole YouTube shut down because he was talking shit, and then he got my whole SoundCloud shut down.
Damn.
And all my publicist promo shit was linked through songs on SoundCloud. So after that shit happened, I'm like going between this war, whether should I just quit the shit or should I be more hungry?
Yeah.
So there was that era of shit that happened. And then there was like a hard drive crashing.
Yeah.
I still got joints that have never seen the light of day that are on a hard drive that maybe I could repair at some point, maybe.
Right.
But I repaired it once. It went onto another hard drive and that hard drive crashed. So it's like, what the fuck? So I lost that shit. One of the producers I was working with lost all his beat files. It's just different things that happen, which is why I've become, aside from producing my own shit, because I still have producers I work with, but aside from that, which is why I've become self-sufficient on shit. Like now I just, mix, sound mix, do all my engineering shit, do all my promo, book all my shows.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you got to get to a certain monetary and like company status to really not be self-sufficient at this point. For the level we're at, to the shit we want to do and the shit that we're a part of, you got to do what you can for yourself. Because like you said, there was the one guy that he had me meet. I don't know if you probably maybe have ran into this guy, but it's an older black dude and shit. And he used to wear a suit, call you, oh, you got to come meet me at this restaurant and shit. And you'll go meet him and he'll try to sell you fucking Afton tickets. And he'll make you sign paperwork.
I remember Afton.
Case and everything, bro. Like, yeah, and he got a bunch of people like that. And he tried to get me. Thank God I'm the cheapest nigga on earth, because I was like, nah, bro, I ain't got no. I'm trying to make money off this shit, bro. And I was like, nah, I was always like real weary. But he almost had me, like, and I thought, and I was like, he actually had me to where I was gonna try to get the money up when I left there.
Yeah.
And he would have just got me a smooth little $200 or something right there. But he just had me meet him at the restaurant. He tried to talk to the waitress like he was always there and shit. And she was like, that was red flag number one. I was like,
give me the usual. She was like, I don't even know you.
He didn't say the usual, but something like that. He was like, yeah, you know how I like it. And she was like, okay, they go whatever. And I was like, wait a minute. And then it's just shit like that. It does. Yeah. It leaves you jaded. Well, me, I'm definitely jaded as far as like outside of artists, even with artists sometimes, but outside of like anything that has to do outside of actually rapping and making the music, I'm like, it's weird, bro. Because people, they, like you said, bro, you went through all this for a couple bucks. You want $100 off me.
Yeah.
together we could have made 1,000 or some shit. But you wanted your quick 100, bro. You know,
That
that's
part,
crazy.
bro.
You know what I mean? We
that
could have had
part.
500 each. Instead, you was like, I'm gonna just scam you real quick for this 100. For me, you can't get nothing. I get 100. Like, bro, you cutting the whole game short, bro. It's crazy.
That's wild. So before we move on, let's go into another song of yours real quick. That way, you know, the audience could get a better grasp of who you are as an artist.
Let's go. And this is a really good, or not good, what's a high status feature with the video. So you know he really got him. This is Taiyamo Denku, Follow My Lead, featuring Fredo Star. Let's go.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Old fat.
Whew.
What's good?
It's Denku.
Fredo, I see.
Let's go.
Follow my lead.
I tend to dodge shots. When you fire the mortar, you tend to dodge and die old like Tommy Lasorda. I'm the author of every verse, chapter, book, and night terror. So dope during my time, I started a new era. Hats off, swing blade, scalp your head a little. Edward Nigma on the line just to parallel the riddle. Mango with the potion, let them create the vaccine. Rubbing the flame, Valvoline on Vaseline. Tight rope walk over dreams to escape reality. If you slip and fall, you might be stuck in the matrix casually. Naturally, I'm flair, woo-ha, like Buster's there. Heard it sunny in Philadelphia, standing next to Cher. Wretched air blankets, the polluted casket we call home. In 5 years, you might have a career in a biodome. Your best friend could be a mirrored clone with a rocky jaw, like Sylvester Stallone. If you're calling the shots, I don't answer the phone. Carbon fiber AR and Desert Eagle chrome. Screech, halt, death has bad timing, or karma takes the assholes early like Dustin Diamond. Verses get extra gory, American Horror Story. Had trouble playing sorry at a Milton Bradley party. I'm in dungarees from high school, lug boots unscuffed. Old school as fuck when I tear shit up. You don't know how to do this deed, so it's best that you follow my lead. With caution is how you proceed. It's best that you follow my lead. Can't see through your clouds of weed, so it's best that you follow my lead. Growth from here is the prodigal seed. Take my hand and follow my lead. I'm a money hungry nigga, so I follow my greed. Kidnap your bitch, have her swallow my seeds. Shit, I ain't hard to find, just follow the weed. They love me in Russia like Apollo Creed. I load my Glock up with hollow tips. I put the clock in your face now, niggas wanna politic. I love the way your bitch swallow dick. You a fake drug dealer, ha ha, they sold you hollow bricks. South suicide, I did my dirt in Hollis, Queens. Darth Vader mask, looking like it's Halloween. It's a nightmare, fuck trying to follow dreams. Dead bodies, smelling like collard greens. Niggas got hit with the hollow heads. Brains on the sidewalk, now you got a hollow head. All my role models dead. My whole life has been a fuck up. You don't wanna follow Fred. You don't know how to do this deed, so it's best that you follow my lead. With caution is how you proceed. It's best that you follow my lead. Can't see through your clouds of weed, so it's best that you follow my lead. Growth from here is the prodigal seed. Take my hand and follow my lead.
You gotta take it. You hear me?
That hook is cold.
Yes.
Thanks, man.
The whole track is cold. One thing I love about your tracks is nowadays it seems like the beat is the highlight of the song. You know, like the lyrics are damn near irrelevant, you know, and one thing I love about your music is you can rap over the most simple beat, and the lyrical ability is the, I guess, the light of the show, you know? So it's like the emphasis is more on the lyricism than on the production, you know? So, and it's far few in between that you could find songs like that. So it's like, if you're someone who pays attention to lyricism and the way artists are putting words together, you can follow your whole verse and see how you came up with the punchlines and where they tie together, and it's just code, you know. I don't see too many artists like that, you know.
And how the whole Onyx shit happened? You just was somewhere and
So it's it's weird. So I wanted to do a track with Fredo for a minute, I had already worked with Sonny Caesar back in the day, and me and Fred actually followed each other on Twitter back in the day. I always hated Twitter. I don't even have a Twitter anymore. I don't even know what happened. Like I think somebody hacked my shit and then like said some shit, and now I'm banned now.
You off Twitter. Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not starting a new one. I don't care about that. But
we said that on a different episode. Twitter's like, it just it never really caught on, and then it just became irrelevant to like people who fucking actually live real life.
Well, Twitter was the first one that got called out and proven to have hella just bots everywhere. So
yeah.
Now it's just like Pornhub and shit. That's you go on Twitter, you're like, oh shit, what the fuck? This ain't social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, so me and Fredro, we started working on this song. Actually, this was around. I feel like it was almost the start of the pandemic shit again, right? So we started working on it. They didn't have as much going on because they couldn't do shows, right? So after we did the joint, he's like, man, this shit is really cold. We're starting a label called 100 Mad, and I think you'd be a cool artist to be a part of the label. And I'm just like, on the scam shit in the back of my head, right? This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, this is probably some bullshit. Like, it ain't for real or none of that. And then we went through some more conversations on the phone, like talking, all this stuff. And then he was like, I'm going to introduce you to the dude that's going to run the label. His name's Perry. And you guys can have like a video interview and talk about that. And around this time, we had done the song. And then I also already did a joint with Sticky. So I had joints with both of them or like at this time. And then I talked to Perry, and he was like, well, tell me what you got as far as artists. And then I present them with like these 5 albums that are already done. He's like, so you already got albums done? I said, yeah, like I don't need to start on nothing. I pick one, motherfucker. Like whatever you want. Like what you want, like pick one. And the one that
I'm a chef.
Yeah, I got it.
And the one that this came out on is Hip Hop or Death, and the Sticky joint's also on there. And that was the first album to be released under the 100 Mad label.
Let's go.
Nice. That's what's up.
Let's fucking go.
For those who might not know, I actually have a Denku feature that I'm very proud of. So, hopefully we'll get a video.
Shit,
It's a dope joint.
Between y'all, we could just catalog all Milwaukee and industry artists and shit, bro. Just between you and Illy. Illy's got everybody in Milwaukee. You got everybody in the industry. Y'all both got on each other. Just put it all together, fam.
Hell yeah.
It's a fucking biopic and shit.
All right, so before we head into this next portion of the episode, if you haven't already, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to help us grow our audience. A like, comment, or share with a friend are also great ways to let us know you supported and watched the episode. Also, shout out to our sponsor, Illy Tints, for financing these episodes. If you or someone you know is looking to transform your vehicle, add privacy, or keep it cool by blocking out the sun rays, give us a call today at 414-326-7283 or stop by the shop in Franklin, 8581 South 27th Street to book your next appointment. Also, while we're on announcements, I wanted to shout out the champ of the Big Beat MKE, BU.
Let's go.
You know, BU was the producer that took me out the battle, so I was rooting for him ever since then. I'm like, hey, if anybody wins this, it gotta be you, because I can't lose to another loser. You know?
Oh, we haven't talked about this, huh?
Nope.
Bro. I feel you.
And I didn't get to see his battle because I went to Puerto Rico right
loser
before.
sucks, bro.
Yeah.
That was stupid. No, but so I forgot we didn't talk about this on the pod, bro. Bro, the shit was so fucking lit, fam, because BU and 08 Beats battle. BU from the beginning, you know, he's my guy, you my guy, so y'all both was like, yeah, we finna kill it, whatever. BU in the very beginning was like, bro, hey, I'm about to win this whole shit. And I'm like, all right, that's cool, bro. He's like, no, I'm about to win it. I was like, cool. He gets past the first two. You was the second one. He got past the first one, got to you, got past. He was like, 08 Beats is the battle for me, bro. And I'm like, yeah, you got to beat 08, bro, because he's super cold and shit.
Yeah.
So the battle goes, BU goes first. I swear to God, bro, it almost felt like 08 knew what this nigga was about to play, bro. Because his first two beats was like the perfect counter beat.
Yeah.
Like he was like it was like similar strings and like it was uncanny. Is that the word?
Yeah, yeah.
It's uncanny, bro. That he was like, I was like, damn, this nigga like he was in the studio with you, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it was eerie.
you know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then the third one comes on, right? BU goes first. Owe does the fucking Shy, that dun da 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 dun dun, and he the dog. Oh my fucking God, bro. That shit was phenomenal, bro. And everybody's like, oh shit, it's a rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back him up. And BU's looking at me on the stage, right? I'm thinking he looking at me like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, oh shit, I would be spooked too. The beat was fucking crazy, bro. Like the crowd went nuts. Dog. BU comes in on the fourth fucking round, bro, and plays a Prince sample, bro. The Doves, when doves cry.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, bro, that shit was fantastic. Bro, that shit was lit, bro. I'm talking about, oh my fuck. Because now it seemed like BU knew what you was going to do. You know what I'm saying? And OA played that third beat, and I think he thought he had it because his fourth round beat was just it was great. OA is a great producer. It was just an OA beat. Yeah. It wasn't enough.
He thought he had it in the bag.
The third for him was his knockout.
Yeah.
But when BU did his fourth with the counter with the Doves Cry, bro, when I tell you, then the last battle, he got to the championship battle, it was him and James Ashton. I'm gonna say this again. James Ashton to me has the best mixed beats I've ever heard in my life. But they play the first two rounds, bro. BU does his second because he went after. Bro, when BU does his second beat, it was so fucking cold, bro, that James Ashton literally went from this side of the stage over to the DJ. Was like, nah,
right,
like,
switch my order.
Do this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'm in the crowd, like, pack him up. He's done. He's fucking scared. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I'm geeked up. It's Southside shit, nigga. I'm in there geeked. This is my guy. He about to win. I'm like, he's scared, nigga. Get him out of here. He literally looked like, obviously I don't know what he was saying. I was in the crowd, but he looked like he was like, no, not that one. No, not that one either. You know, that's what he looked like he was saying. I'm like, oh shit. And then his third beat played was a rap. I'm like, oh, it's over for you. That's it. You got scared, you pivoted, and the pivot was lackluster at most, fam. Like, you fucking fucked it up. But again, shout out to BU, bro.
Yeah.
I also ran up on stage after he won and shit, and like, you know, Kanye West did that shit, bro. Like,
shout out to 414.
I was like, hey man, just so y'all know, man, go check out the All 414 All podcast. I was like, you know, my guy won. Alan didn't know I was doing this, but it's cool, right, Alan? Alan was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Shout out to Alan though, you know, for you know, letting us promote the podcast in the venue and, you know, just you know, being a good sport about it and for coming on the podcast, and you know, we hope to have him again as well.
Oh bullshit. I was up there. All 414. I was like, and my brother just won. They could be Southside it is, bitch. And I gave him mic, and Alan was like, that's the most Southside stuff I ever seen. I was like, yeah, bro. But anyway, I digress. Shout out to my brother BU, bro. Shout out to Illy for like his battle was super cold, bro. He ain't go out like some regular first time producer ass nigga. He was up there battling for real, fam.
Yeah, I definitely felt like for as far as going up against BU, I knew that was going to be a hard battle for me, you know, especially because I'm a new damn near rookie producer, you know, going up against a vet, you know, and BU, I've watched BU grow up in production for like at least 15 years.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so
facts.
For me to go up against a 15-year veteran in my first year, you know, I was like, all right, I got to fucking bring everything I got, you know. And I did. I gave it my best
it was a good
attempt.
battle.
Yeah, the beats were cold. Like, I damn near think I'm going to use these beats for like a, you know, put out a beat tape, you know, so.
That's dope.
And, you know, when they were like, he won, I was like, how the you know, but no. But he definitely deserved to win, and, you know, he deserved to shine, and I love the fact that he took it all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. Shout out to the Big Beat. That shit was fucking a great time. It was on my birthday.
Yeah.
So I'll never forget turning what I am. I'm not gonna say the number. Fuck y'all.
But you know, I did, I went to Puerto Rico and cried it out, the fact that I couldn't be in the championship round. I was like, this is so sad. As I'm sipping on my pina colada.
Nigga, you see, I did it before you even said it. I was like, this good ass pina colada.
Right.
With the fresh coconut.
Facts. I did want to turn it over to you and see if there's anybody that you want to shout out.
Well, I'll shout out, my homie Roman, who I do podcasting with. Shout him out. Shout out Cypher Den Music, always all the homies, even though we're doing our own thing right now. It's all love. It's always love. And shout out to my homie Brzezowski, who I'm going to be touring with in July.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is that like a local tour or national or?
It's a national. It's 16, 17 dates, something like that.
Okay.
It's my 23rd national tour.
That's what's up.
Matter of fact, that should have been on the introduction.
Yeah.
The fucking tour monster. Independent tour, bro. Like Denku has, bro, you just be all in the motherfucking area outside. You just be out here, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, be everywhere.
And really be
what's
in
that
other
line?
states and shit.
I was everywhere. You ain't never there. It's like shit like
For
that.
real.
I can't remember who said it, but all right. So let's go into this interview real quick. Give us a summary of who you are and what you hope to accomplish through your artistry.
Well, I mean, I love art, man. I love I'm a creative. I love doing creative shit. I always gravitated towards hip hop, the culture, the elements, and it's probably the thing that's kept me out of bullshit. I know a lot of people say that, but it's probably real. I mean, I was an athlete in high school, and then once I got into making music, it definitely took my life in a whole different direction when I couldn't do sports shit no more. Not that I couldn't do it, but I, like once college track shit, football shit was done. Real quick, before we talk about that, what's messed up, man, is how they pay the fuck out of college athletes now. Because I feel like
Yeah.
I would have gotten paid something back in the day, and now I got to work this bullshit ass job when I could have had some sports money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Like, and even like they're not supposed to be like kids who fucking they're on these like leagues and shit. A lot of these kids have like, I don't know if they're getting paid from those like traveling leagues or like out of state shit, but they definitely got these kids like with merch and shit, their own merch.
Oh yeah, it's
shit.
crazy.
Like,
it's crazy how it is. But yeah,
They should though. Just so everybody knows. Bro. It sucks that he didn't, and there's millions of fucking players that really put a lot of money in these NCAA or whatever money.
Yeah.
But they should have been the whole time getting paid.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about the money that really makes, bro. Like,
yeah. And who was getting all that money back in the day?
That's
Just
what
the
I'm
owners?
saying.
Like, where was all that money
They
going
should
back
be.
in the day?
They should be a fucking class action against them motherfuckers, and you got to pay back some shit.
Well, it definitely is. A lot of that money, it seems like, was going into the these rec facilities and shit. That because the rec facilities just started popping up everywhere. So like I would think some of the money went into that. Making venues and shit for these sports to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because man, I probably, like I said, I see a rec. Well, not
But the money don't
everywhere.
don't add up for that, bro. We talking 12 rec facilities, and they make one.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers, but there's just money. There's millions and millions and millions of dollars. Think about March Madness, bro. Think about how much money March Madness makes.
Yeah.
Through attendance, viewership, merchandise, and just all
Food,
that shit, bro.
beverages,
Everything.
all
Yeah.
that shit,
Sales. Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
think
Yeah, I mean, so I guess as far as I'm sorry I took y'all off
my
track with
bad.
that, but
I'm up
anyway,
here like, fuck them.
but as far as what I want to accomplish as an artist, I mean, I don't care about the fame shit. I don't really know if I ever really did. I mean, I think I could be a famous artist. Like, I'm not afraid of that shit. But I don't care about that. I would love to be able to get to a point where I could just use music as my full-time income.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like ultimate goal shit. But as far as the thing I would love to happen, I want artists to remember me as the dude that was like, oh yeah, he was nice. He was dope. I just want to be that. I don't want to be the dude that like got remembered as like, you know, the biggest hater, some shit, like some bullshit. I just want to be the person that, you know, that people are like, oh, he was dope.
Yeah. The person that when you think of hip hop, your name is definitely mentioned in what the culture represents and shit.
Yeah.
Facts. And I wouldn't even mind having to be thought about either. Like, y'all don't have to be your top pick, but just like when you start running down the list.
Right. Honorable mention and shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind that. Just when you run down the list, bro, you know, Illy, Heck, and Denku's on there. Like, oh, we can't forget about Denku. Can't forget about Illy. Can't forget about Heck. You know, like, hey, they did they shit too. And I'm cool with that right there. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Not me, I want it all. I'm coming for everything.
You know what I mean?
Put the money in the bag.
Put the money in the fucking bag.
No, but
I feel that way too. You know, no, look, I feel like all artists, low key, you know, we know what we can do, what we got, what the talent is. But you know, I just say that just on some humble shit. Just, you know, just if it really came down to it.
All right.
As long as the respect is there, fam.
Yeah.
No, put the money in the bag. Denku. Grab the cueta.
Grab the bag, fam.
Next question I got for you. We kind of already glazed over that one. What is your most important lesson you've learned in life or music journey up until this point?
Well, it's definitely, you know, being self-sufficient is a big thing. I feel like a lot of artists need to be that. And also, I mean, yeah, man, just respect, man. Show respect to people, man. I used to be the crazy dude that used to, you know, get pissed off at shows, go on last, and or like people not paying attention in the crowd. I was the dude, man. For like mad years, I was the dude that like, oh, you ain't listening to me? Well, I'm a freestyle dude. Let me shit on you real quick, and then you will leave, and that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
And then, but it didn't. You know, you burn bridges that way.
Right.
Bridges that potentially, not saying they all lead places, but they could have. You know what I'm saying? Or you burn relationships with other people. So I think getting older in music, it's kind of like more be respectful. But I mean, to a point, because there is fuck shit that goes on.
Yeah.
In everything, you know what I'm saying?
And and there's practices that we know don't fucking work, and people still do the shit.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to talk about that, bro. You know, since we're kind of in that area, you know, like you definitely to me are the fucking why do you rap over your vocals guy, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring that up. Fucking, we on the podcast, all for one for all. We bringing up the Illy literally just said a bunch of shit off, saying that to some people.
Dude, I set off a whole fucking
group chat
debate.
Yeah.
You know, because they got me booked for one of the next Bars Fest shows with BZ Bars.
Shout out to BZ Bars, the bro.
So you know, he had sent out a group chat, you know, for all the artists performing, and I be fucking with people and shit. So I was like, so we gonna be rapping over our vocals or what? Question mark. And I just left it. I didn't say nothing after that. Dog, everybody was, no, we need to be on some real hip hop shit. And some of the artists said, no, well, I'm not on that shit. And then everybody's like, well, you need to be on that shit. They were just going back and forth, dog. And then it turned into a whole debate. And like,
you know,
damn near 75% of the artists
I've been in many of those.
I give that to you though.
Yeah,
I give that. Like, to me personally, when that gets brought up, I instantly be like, oh, that's that Denku shit, fam. Like, Denku was the first one that I seen literally out in the open, and I remember disagreeing at first because I had done it But I had excuses and all kind of shit. Oh, well, it's the sound system, and low key, I just wasn't paying attention. I just fucking did it. You know what I'm saying? But I did it. I started going live because that was a stigma. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I did a show with you, and I was going live before that. One of my very first shows ever, I went live out of necessity. I didn't have the shit recorded. I just had a dope song I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But so I knew I could do it, but I just didn't do it when I started because that was the standard in the places I was going was it didn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? So then I was all these excuses. And then I remember I did a show with you at the Cactus Club and Lisa Vasquez. And I love Lisa Vasquez, by the way. I love you. Anyway, we was there and shit. And I remember I'm like, man, I'm finna go fucking live, bro. And I'm gonna show Denku and shit, bro. And I'm gonna show Lisa and shit, right? And I didn't know who Lisa was, but I'm gonna show, because I knew Denku was finna have people who was into that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I'm finna fucking do it, right? But I came with my hook and my dubs, you know what I'm saying? But I was live. I was rapping my verses and shit. I killed that shit. I thought it was energetic. I was doing it. I didn't slip up or nothing. I had all my words on point that night. I was like, yeah, I fucking killed that shit, bro. And then I got off stage and Denku was like, yeah, that's what's up, bro. Cool. Lisa was like, yeah, but was it really live? And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, live, it's like with no hooks or nothing on there. And I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here, fam. Like, and I just
After all that fucking work,
you know what I'm
did.
saying? Like, I practiced it and everything, fam. I'm like, man, I fucking show them I can do this shit. But I still do it like that. It's still considered a live performance. I do my verses and shit. But you guys just taking the other step up.
Yeah.
Your whole shit is nothing on the beat. You just rapping the shit. What made you post that one day? I know you remember because you went on a rant one time. Well, maybe you went on more than one and you can't, but I remember you did one where everybody would just swarm the fucking comments and shit.
I mean, it was probably
a set you seen and shit.
Yeah. I've gone to a lot of shows. There's people that have straight up called me out on it, and they're like, I could tell when you're into a show and when you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And our support, and I'll be there. I won't leave. I'm not the person. I don't walk outside. I watch everybody's shit. But if I don't like your shit, I'm just like this.
Facts. Facts.
So, and there's a bunch of shows I've done where people they just do their whole set over their backing track. And the thing about, I've gotten more chill. I still wear the shirt. I still got it on my merch table, but I've got more chill because I've been able to have conversations with people. I don't agree with it, but if I can have a conversation with you and you can give me an actual reason of why you do it, especially if you know all your words. If you know all your words, there's no point in doing it because literally if you took them out and you're still rapping all your words, we still hear you.
Yeah. And
so what's the point?
So
what's the
better.
point?
It sounds so much better. Yeah.
It is better. And there's the sound system thing that people have said. Let me tell you this, man. I played a show in Fort Worth, Texas, where the sound guy never showed up. There was one speaker out, and we performed without backing tracks over the one speaker, and I still killed that shit. So sound systems, as long as you can make it sound right, and you can make the shit sound right. Like, unless all their speakers are blown, but then don't play the venue.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what set me off on the rant, man. It's probably I saw something and it just got to me because it's so worldwide known now.
Yeah.
And so many artists do it and it's fine. Like there's people that play arenas, famous artists that do it and fans don't care. And I'm just like,
Man.
How can you pay $200 to $300 to see one of your favorite artists perform live for you over their whole track?
Yeah, see, but the live to them is them being there in person. That's the live aspect. You know what I mean?
But see, that's crazy though. Because,
No, I agree.
Because it's eras, right?
Right.
Because when I grew up into this shit, if you did that shit, you're whack.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you're
Like, get the
trash.
fuck
Like
outta
we're not fucking with you. Like you
Milli Vanilli ass shit.
exactly like that type of shit. And then when it started happening and coming into play, I'm still back here.
Yeah.
Even my sound, you know,
Yeah.
I'm still golden era 90s
I know
shit.
it's almost like a catch up thing you got to play with how the practices are being met, you know what I'm saying, are being done.
Yeah.
Because to me, when you say that shit, I agree. I really do. And I only disagree because I had done it when you first said it. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. And then when I started really looking into it, I'm like, no, he got a point, bro, because what the fuck? You not an MC. Not that you're not an MC. I'll be saying drastic shit. I'll be going crazy. You can't fucking rap, nigga. You know, but it's just, you know, it taints the talent is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's almost like how would you sound live? And if you would sound nice live, you fucking whack for not going live. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's my new standard. Yeah. You know, because there is some music where the shit is so heavily fucking auto-tuned or mixed a certain way that if you was gonna try to do it live, I'd probably be turned off by the fact that it doesn't sound like what I came to expect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that to me is the new standard these days. I'll be like, well, it depends how it would sound. But like speaking of Beezy for Bars Fest, I told him like 10 times, like, bro, stop doing it, bro. Your voice is so powerful.
And he's got dope lyrics.
That's what I'm saying. You're a lyricist and your voice is so powerful, bro, that you don't need the lyrics on the record. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
See, and what I think is I don't think it's that the fans don't care if the artist is going live or isn't. I think they feel like they have no control over that aspect of the show anyways, which really they don't, because the artist, that's between the artist and the person who booked the show or the venue. You know, they have full control over whether an artist is allowed to perform over their vocals or not, you know.
No, hell no. What you mean? Wait, say that again.
So the venue has control from the angle of like they're booking artists who they probably know who they've seen perform over their vocals before.
Oh,
you know? So they have control in that aspect, who they book to perform. You know, if every venue was like, all right, well, fucking, we're only gonna book people who are like actually going live and putting out good, because they don't do that shit with majority of singers. Like when you go to a show and you hear somebody sing, you expect them to be singing live. You don't expect them to be singing.
I would never want you to fucking sing over. Yeah, that would be terrible.
You know, so if they put that same expectation on rappers, it'd be a whole different ballgame. You know, not a lot of rappers are going to be booked to be doing shows, you know? So, and then the artists, they have control over it from the jump. You know, whether they choose to go live or choose to use a backing track, you know, to carry them through the performance. And then,
but I mean, we could just all not go.
Yeah.
If we all were like, fuck you, we're not coming to your show.
Now, and in that aspect, how he was saying a lot of major artists are even doing it. If you get an artist who like you're a big fan of and they don't come through your city much, you're probably going to feel like, well, shit, you know, I want to see if they, you know, what their show's like. I've never seen them live. And this is probably the only chance I'm going to get to see them. So regardless of what they do, I'm going to this show, you know, and then I'll determine if I choose to go to another show after that. And I feel like venues are just banking on that.
Yeah, they
aspect,
don't care. Yeah,
you know?
of course.
They're like, this artist only comes through this area every once in a blue moon. The fans are going to come regardless.
No matter what. Yeah. No, it's definitely not enough to move the needle when people do or don't.
Yeah.
Especially when you're already famous. And shit.
And that's why I say it's more so the person booking the show and the artists that have more control, and the fans feel like, you know, they ain't got control over it anyway, so they're not even thinking about it, you know.
No, that's facts.
But when it comes to like a smaller venue or a smaller show and local artists or hometown artists, I was about to fucking now that's when the fan base is like, you know, because you're trying to build a direct connection with these people, you know, so it's like it matters more at that level if you're throwing a live performance or a carried performance.
1000% agree, fam.
Yeah,
we all know what you are capable of and what you could do. You're home, bro. You're at home.
Yeah,
I know what you can. I know that you can rap your ass off. Why the fuck are you rapping over your, you know? And then another excuse is they don't have a show mix or whatever. Like, bro, that's that's a standard, bro. You should
Yeah.
always have your shit
Mhm.
bounce without the vocals on it. You know what I'm saying?
When people say that shit, I'm like,
That's just
it
lazy.
sounds like you're
That's
fucking
lazy.
slacking off.
Yeah, that's lazy.
Like,
It's
Yeah.
laziness,
Yeah.
bro. You just we're too lazy to make it happen, fam.
yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I have a prime example actually. So, and this is why I don't attack it as much anymore. Like I still rep it, I still show it,
Yeah.
but I won't attack people on it no more because I'm just not on that shit no more. But I played a show in La Crosse. This was like
To lacrosse.
This was like 3 years, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And I met this homie, Fernando Mendoza. He's part of this group called Lavender Project or whatever. When I first met him at the show, he was excited to be a part of the show. He had his vocals on shit. Before he even went on stage, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, I just want to apologize to you, bro. Like, I got my vocals on my tracks." He saw my whole setup and shit. He's like, "I got my vocals on my tracks and I just want you to be prepared of what I'm doing, but I love your shit, like all that, blah blah blah." I performed, killed it. After my set, he's like, "Bro, I'm never putting my vocals on my tracks ever again."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being able to see people change their shit after seeing something and have those conversations with them is why I'm not as hard on people. There are people that just don't give a fuck and they're just gonna do it
most definitely.
till the end of days. Like that's just their standard that they grew up on. That's what they're doing. But seeing people do that and change their shit and understand why I'm for it is why I don't really like shit on people as hard as I used to about it.
And then I think also too many artists are being they're just jumping the gun on which songs they want to perform because it's their newest song or shit like that. So that right away they're trying to perform their newest shit that they haven't memorized, and then they're fumbling through their performance, which makes the performance even worse because now it's like now you have your backing vocals, so it's like you're clashing with that, and you don't remember all the words, so you keep stopping, and now it's noticeable that you know that you're lip singing and shit. You know?
It's definitely lazy. There's a lot of laziness.
Bro, the way the more your points you're bringing up, bro, it's like, bro, y'all just being lazy, bro. Like,
when they could have chose tracks that they've performed before or like, you know, they've had out for years, and then the fans can actually grow to like these songs and see these songs live. You just completely took that away from them, and now like they can't even learn the lyrics to a song. Because,
they want to do their most new song because everyone that finishes a song thinks that song is the shit, right?
The best song they've worked.
So they want to perform that, not thinking in their mind that you're an artist. There's professionalism to it. You should practice. You should be professional in your craft. Know your shit. Do like that. A lot of artists, especially younger artists, their mentality is the fame.
Yeah.
They don't do it for the art. They don't give a shit about the art. They want the lifestyle. They want the girls. They want the money. That's the mentality. When you look at it as an artist and you're doing it for the creativity and you love the culture and all the shit like that, you step back a little bit and you're kind of like, yeah, I would love to have all that, but I still want to do what I want to do, which is why, I mean, I'm not making commercial shit. I'm still doing my lyrical shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing my golden era shit, the era I grew up on. Like, that's the music. I mean, I could sing some shit. Like, I've been singing on hooks and shit. Like, I do other shit. A lot of people don't hear that shit, but, you know, I do other shit too. But I always want to have the live shit. And no hate on the hooks or the ad-libs. There is one song I have that actually has the ad-libs in it, because I like the screeching noises and shit like that and stuff like that. And
some shit
and hooks I'm not hating on because it's hard to have the emphasis on a hook, right? So you want to have the hook be emphasized that it's a hook, because some people just do rap hooks and they're not like call and response hooks. So you want to have the emphasis on it. The thing that's cool is there's equipment out there where you can get rid of the hooks. So I have, if I have my backpack here, I show you, I have a doubler / reverb thing pedal where you can plug it in to your performance mic, and when you do the hook, you just stop the pedal, and then it'll make that part of your hook be emphasized, and it'll double it while you're performing live. There's also
That's dope. Yeah.
there's
To
all
make
you
it
know,
feel like there's a crowd responding with
and
you.
when you talked about the auto tune, like it's hard to duplicate and replicate that, but there's auto tune mics now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, there's really, at the end of the day, there's really no excuse.
Yeah.
See, but the excuse parts come just because, like you said, I think the emphasis on people like us, well, you know, like now, because now I'm on, when I say us, because now I'm on your side with this, you know, but I think it comes from the blatant, you don't give a fuck about the artistry.
Yeah.
You know, that's where really what it boils down to. It's like, you're blatantly like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, I don't care what, so fucking what. So what? I'm not rapping on my, and I'm like, fuck you for that. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I put a lot of work in, you know, especially
in that chat, one of the guys had said, you know, you're not performing for yourself. Because dude was like, I don't give a fuck. I make these songs for me. And he's like, well, then why are you performing? Like, you're not performing for yourself. You're performing for the audience. You know, if it was like if you were making these songs for you, you'd go and fucking perform in the mirror at home, you know,
or just be a TikTok artist.
Yeah. So, and that, you know, that comment, you know, it just created even more shit.
Oh, that's facts. But you know who else? Last thing I'm gonna say about it, fucking Destiny Lynn. She fucking raps up dog. She does not need to.
Yeah.
You have, your voice is so fucking strong. You could turn the whole sound system in the club off, and half the people in there at minimum are gonna be able to hear you because you got that loud of a voice. You don't need your vocals, fam. And your music is cold. Destiny Lynn actually be rapping. Yeah. So if she just goes live, you valid, fam. Or maybe she does now. It's been a couple years since I seen you. If you do, my bad. Talking about some old shit. But you know what I'm saying? Last time I seen her.
Why you bringing up old shit?
You know what I'm saying? But last time I seen her, she was rapping over her vocals. And I'm like, bro, your voice is so perfect for live.
Yeah.
You know, it takes away from the, as a consumer of it, it takes away, because I could just go listen to you in my fucking car, bro.
Yeah. All right. So last question before we head into the MKE music picks. How can the All 414 All podcast audience find your content?
You just look up at Taiyamo Denku everywhere. So it's TAIYAMODENKU. You type that in on Facebook. My Facebook profile pop up. Type it on Instagram, it'll pop up.
You got a website?
So my Bandcamp is linked directly to everything. So if you just type in www.tayamodenku.com, it goes straight to my shit.
Yeah. And Denku got probably some of the best merchandise I've seen out here.
Facts.
Like, and the most variety in merchandise that I've seen. So
let me ask you, I appreciate that, but let me ask you this question, because this is something I've been going back and forth on. So when you have a large variety of things and you're at a show, do you think having, and I've had a conversation with my homie Carnage the Executioner about this, do you think that that's too much?
Nope.
For somebody that comes up to your merch table and sees all these options, and now they're like, now they get flustered and they don't know what to pick.
I don't think so.
I think so.
You think it's too much? And
I don't think it's too much. I think there would be a way to I think you should find a way to consolidate your top selling or what your favorite shit is.
Yeah, I agree with
and then have other
that.
shit in the back.
Have the other shit maybe online sales.
Because there's some people that's gonna be like, I don't like any of these, but I like that one over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be some people like me where like I'll walk up and I'll be like, I am like that. I'm like, shit, I'm just gonna pick whichever one is the best to support and that I like. But if it's too much, I'm gonna be like, I'll just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to if you consolidate it to where like this is what's here. This is what the goal is for you to rock this merch. But I got hella other merch for anybody who likes other shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think so say like you got your merch table. I think I seen a picture of one of your merch tables. There was like plenty of shit. I think you should recommend like 3 things that are like your best, you know, your favorite things, or like shit that is like super cool. Have a reason why.
Yeah, it could be like
I do that.
Why they could.
So
know,
like when
you're a salesman.
when people come to the table, I do that. I do tell them Like, you know,
this is the most recent shit that dropped.
yeah,
or something like
these
that.
are my new shirts.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is this. I have all sizes of these.
Yeah.
If you like any of the other things, they're limited sizes.
Yeah.
As far as and then people come up and they'll be like, well, if I'm just starting out as a fan of your music, what should I buy as an album? And then I would literally grab
Yeah.
the shit that, you know, that I think would be the best supporting thing for me as an artist.
Yeah.
So I do get that, but I get both sides. So
No, I think you should have as much
I got
as
this
you can.
thing going where I don't know. I mean, I got a ton of merch, clearly. Like, I have all these things. I always want to upgrade. Like, I learned from my homie Carnage Terrell X. Like, he used to kill the merch game when I had like this much shit. Like, I had like a fucking burned CD and a fucking sticker and shit or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, man, you gotta get your merch up. And then I get my merch up, and then this dude has items I would never even think a person would ever have. He used to have these little veils that people could buy of M&Ms.
Mm-hmm.
And on each M&M, it was the logo for him and shit.
Yeah.
And he used to sell that shit.
So that brings. Let me give you this perspective now. So because you have all these like different unique one-off items and shit like that, think of how much the autism and spectrum of that community is nowadays. Way more than what it used to be. With like autism and stuff like that, it's such a vast spectrum that each person is different, but they'll collect the shit out of what they like, you know? So like, I know my son, he counts and he likes like marbles and shit like that. So anything, if this motherfucker sees anything even remotely resembling a marble, I already know my money's about to be spent on it.
Damn.
Because he's not leaving the fucking store without that marble.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you know, and it just seems like more and more people are either being diagnosed with some type of autism on the spectrumness, or, you know, they have their little quirks or whatever. So that's why I think it's important to have a variety of things, because you never know what's going to draw somebody's attention. And, you know, whatever makes that sale, whatever puts that dollar in your pocket, you know, at the end of the day, it's never a bad thing, you know? So,
it's out here. Everybody has that.
But I definitely think that, you know, having at least there's 3 things that you highly recommend, but also I got some of these other cool limited edition stuff. You know, once people realize like, that, oh, okay, I like that thing, but because that's what I got the website.
You know, beyond that, there's the website. It goes even deeper into more merch that you could, you know. But yeah, I just to clarify my position, it's not too much, but it's definitely good to just, you know, have, because like I said, a person like me, I definitely would be overwhelmed if I go and you got 50 shirts. I'm like, just let me get that one.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
now, if you got 50 shirts of the same, if you got 50 shirts with all different pictures on them, now that's a little overwhelming. Or like fucking 50 different keychains and 50 different, you know.
Yeah.
That's a little overwhelming, because then it's like, damn, I like the keychains, but now I don't know which keychain.
Yeah,
you know,
like,
as opposed to like, he's got a keychain, he's got a lanyard, he's got a shirt, he's got a coffee.
Yeah.
Whatever my thing is, he's got one logo of that thing. You know, that's different than just having a, you know, the same thing different ways.
Yeah.
You know?
Are we making sense, bro?
No,
we're over here just fucking.
I got it. We're going to get to the whole.
He's got a notepad in his mind thinking.
Well, I mean, the reason for all the merch is I tour a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, like, if you're not getting a guarantee in a new city you play, you have to prove yourself to that city, and then next time you come back, then they're offer you a guarantee, or you can ask for a guarantee because you did this, you brought these people that were there loved it, all this shit. But then
merch,
when you don't have a guarantee, your merch is your lifeblood on tour.
Yeah.
So that's why I have so many different things that I bring. But I'm always wondering. I watch things too. So like I see people come up to the table and they're look, and if there's too many things, sometimes they're stray away. Like it actually happened in Rice Lake So like this girl came up to the table. She's looking with her dude. She sees some stuff. The girl that she's with is like in the background at the bar, whatever, trying to, I don't know what the fuck she was doing. But these two people are at the merch table. The girl's looking. She finds a shirt she likes. I talk to her about it, right? And then her dude can't figure out shit. So then they kind of stray away and then they come back and then she's like almost 100% sure maybe this shirt, but then she can't decide. And then her girl comes over and then they leave and they don't buy nothing.
Type shit.
Well, people who aren't going to spend money just aren't going to spend money. And also I would recommend, you know, I don't know if you have or haven't, but have you ever read the book, The Greatest Salesman on Earth?
I have not.
All right. So if you can get your hands on that book, it's a really small book. It's great for anybody who's trying to like, you know, get into like just up in their sales game a little bit, you know. So but that's your job to close the sale, you know. You've already opened up the table to them. Like you said, you seen that she had interest in something, so now you just gotta wheel that in, you know.
Yeah.
So but I definitely think, you know, anybody who is not gonna spend money, they're just not, you know. They might play like they will. It's like when you walk into a, you know, corner store or something, you know if you're gonna buy something or not.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just walk through the aisles just to see if there's, you know, something that, you know, but a lot of times, you know, even walking through the aisles, I ain't gonna buy shit.
But it's definitely not too much, bro.
Yeah.
It's not too much.
So, all right, let's
the more
go
merch, the better. No bullshit.
Let's go into these MKE music picks.
All right, we go on the first one. This is Denku's pick. It's called Asthma Neural Net. Wait, Asthma's the
group. So
okay, Asthma's the group. So Neural Net featuring DJ Abilities is the name of the song.
Yeah. So do you know who this is? So I
do not know who Asthma is.
So it's Slang.
Okay, Slang Troubadour
with a producer.
Okay,
I can't think of the producer's name off top. I met him, but they did part of this. They did perform this song at that show that we did, and yeah, I'm pretty sure they had DJ Abilities. Who, for people that are not familiar, DJ Abilities is part of the duo Idea and Abilities from Rhyme Sayers, based out of Minneapolis. Abilities actually does stay here in Milwaukee, so he's around, and they had him come out for his album release party, and this song stood out to me. So
let's go.
That's what it is.
So this isn't with the other guy though. This is just Slang and the producer.
Or
it's the other guy too.
So that is another guy from Higher Education.
Yeah, I forgot his name. He's with the Dragon something.
Yeah, dang.
Sun Dragons or something.
Diallo.
So this is not Diallo though.
What?
This song or it is?
No, this is not. This is Asthma the group.
Okay,
it's Slang and his producer. Featuring DJ Abilities.
This is Asthma with Neural Net featuring DJ Abilities. All that to say it right. Let's go.
Hey, that's good though, because you want to give everybody their credit.
Zero News must interrupt your regularly scheduled program with exclusive updates on a dangerous developing situation that could affect you and your family. Scientists are following a mysterious earborne virus that has rapidly begun to spread worldwide. Officials are informally referring to the pathogen by a code name Asthma. We urge you to check in with your loved one. Sorry. To avoid
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit.
Yeah.
This is one of those movie videos.
With one hand on the wheel, I put one foot to the pedal. I'ma cook till I'm settled to say it. Took him forever, the truth is fractured. I'm merely a sad nerd, more of an actor at a lack of words. Nah, I'm just kidding. I ain't a pothead, I just puff a lot. Silly, your weapons cannot harm me, I'm the juggernaut. I'll defund 100 cops with just one somersault. Listen to your raps, I'd rather rub one off with rubbing alcohol. How this comes across. I bought a trunk Bible, I'm seeing straight as the Eiffel. Birds aren't real, but am I though? No, I go G.I. Joe, try milk with the high dose every time. So my foes, rivals, and their wives know I flow. Reality is riddled with synchronicities. So if you disagree, well then you're just not listening. Spineless is an anemone. Will you ever breathe? Me, I'm straight chillin' B, sipping infinity. Open up your mind and take me to the inside. Wanna see you in your happy place. Pretend I'm not even here. Pretend I'm not even here. This is the second coming.
Shout out to that video though. That's just unique as fuck. Shout out to Jay Lopez. This is Suede Dragon, if I'm not mistaken. Dude right here.
Yeah.
Suede Dragon. Shout out to Suede Dragon. He's a painter. He be at the events like live painting and shit. Him and Curtis. That video's cold, bro. Yeah. Shout out to Slang too, bro, because that was the first time I seen him actually super like paying attention to them rapping and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I know Slang can rap and shit, but that was the first time I seen him live at the Question Show, and he was doing this shit. Him and Diallo was rapping their ass off. So shout out to Asba though. I like it. It's definitely unique. The hook was rock and rollish, but other than that, that shit was fucking nice.
I said I'd rather rub one off with rubbing alcohol.
And then he snapped because I think that's his wife, the chick in the video.
Yeah.
And then he had her like that. She started rapping. I was like, oh, let's go, bro. Shout out to Asba, man. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. HER, man. Shout out to Mo too. Let's get it. All right. My second one is actually a Taiyamo Denku record that I was diving into the catalog, and this is my favorite album. I'm not gonna lie. So far, out of all your albums, this is my shit, bro. The Bofat one.
Yeah, and Shabazz the Disciple, who's on this, actually recorded this in Milwaukee at my crib. Were you at that show?
I feel like I was.
Where he like spit water on the crowd and they almost shut it down? Yes.
Hey man, get the fuck out of here. That was the one I was talking about with the merch. And you had the whole fucking merch table. And I was like, damn, plenty shit. No, but yeah, this is I just love this song. I only played the first verse and hook, just so you know, but this is called Emergency by Taiyamo Denku featuring Shabazz the Disciple. Let's go. This my shit though.
Seraphim, Taiyamo Denku, Reddick Projects to Milwaukee. Truth, y'all niggas get ready, man. They got the whole hood surrounded. This is a national emergency. I'm calling on the red and blue list for insurgency. Y'all better bear arms with urgency. Better be ready when they kick down the door and come and murder ye. This is a national emergency. I'm calling on the red and blue list for insurgency. Y'all better bear arms with urgency. I'ma be ready when they kick down the door and try to murder me. What the fuck y'all gonna do when they crash the stock market and there's no more jobs, no more food in the supermarkets, and fucking gas is $20 a gallon,
and fucking milk is $20 a gallon.
What the fuck,
nigga, we there.
If Obama's assassinated and you find out the shit was government orchestrated, so they can pass the Second Patriot Act, and their skinheads running through the hood, hunting black. It's gonna be total anarchy, riots and race wars, Blackwater patrolling the streets, Marine Corps. For the red and blue list, they knocking down project doors, built concentration camps and FEMA coffins for the poor. Famine, pestilence, wars and rumors of war. Yeah, I was about to slam the gavel on the great whore. Trilateral commission, slander the Elohim on 50-inch flat screen propaganda machine. They got ICBM nuclear missiles on satellites to fight the second coming of Christ, the Israelites. We feed the flock oppressed by the government and put this mark in their forehead, exempting them from judgment. The 1/3 will be like superheroes, and when Yahweh shall return, Babylon will be ground zero. We be delivered from this modern Egypt. 144, deny the RFID chip. Revelations 13, 16 to 18. Nah, I mean, this is a national emergency. I'm calling on the red and blue list for insurgency. Y'all better bear arms with urgency. Better be ready when they kick down the door and come and murder ye. This is a national emergency. I'm calling on the red and blue list for insurgency. Y'all better bear arms with urgency. I'ma be ready when they kick down the door and try to murder me. Landmines placed
placed in front of my hood
Hold on.
castle. Proximity miniguns placed in case they want to task.
Well, in case they want to tassel, bro. Listen, bro. Check me out, fam. Just that first verse, bro. We didn't even get the Denku verse, bro. There was fucking knowledge throughout the whole shit. This is why they fucking kill hip hop right here, bro.
Yeah.
This is why they put it on the back burner. This is why they don't fucking want you to tune into the shit where people are actually saying things worth listening to.
Yeah, this is why they don't put the money behind.
Exactly. This is why they don't put the push behind me. Bro, he said things on there that I didn't even know about till 2023.
Mm-hmm.
This was 2020?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, on iTunes, it said 2020. Well, bro, this was during the pandemic. I was not thinking shit about. He said the shit about the Israelites, bro. He said, they're trying to stop the second coming of Christ. They trying to fucking. He said, what would you do if Obama was assassinated and you found out it was government orchestrated?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is shit. I didn't think about certain shit till recently. And and before that, I've always been a conspiracy theorist. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a super, super conspiracy theorist. But, it's not even conspiracy theorist when shit comes true and it's no longer a conspiracy. But he said things on there fucking 5 years ago that you don't even think about. And I've seen shit happen that I'm thinking about now. And then when I heard the song, I'm like, holy shit, I be on that. I think about shit like that. So that's why hip hop is so fucking dangerous, bro. You could teach people shit. That's real music right there, fam. And I'm so excited right now. And I'm like, my fucking heart rate's all elevated. Yeah. Dog, when I heard that shit fucking the beginning of last week, bro, when I was listening to his shit and I heard this song and I was like, this shit. And first of all, he almost kind of sounds like you a little bit. And he sounds kind of like you mixed with like almost like a Cuban link. I don't know. I like that's what I get out of that. His verse on there is super Cuban linkish, and I thought it was you though. He was like, "Niggas better get." I was like, "Oh shit, Denku on that." I was like, "Damn, I didn't know Denku was on that, bro."
One thing that strikes me about this track that it kind of so there's this thing about I'm sure you know this with engineering and stuff like that it's so hard to learn how to engineer because everybody likes their vocals a different way. And,
straight up,
so it's like hard to have like a standard of how it should be, which makes it hard to learn how to do it because some people will only use one main vocal and won't put any like ad-libs or like a backing vocal on there. And then like if you listen to a track like that, he's got like two vocals going on plus an ad-lib track.
Yeah, so there was two vocal tracks because he wanted to go over the top of himself, and then there's like a doubles.
Yeah.
Where he pretty much doubled everything, and then there's the ad-libs.
Yeah. So and then like there's some parts where it kind of sounds how we're saying we didn't like with the people not going live at shows and stuff like that because it's like some of the vocals are clashing and then some things that they're saying aren't exactly on time. So it's like, but also the knowledge that he's kicking and the way he's saying it sounds so good that it's like you almost don't care that it's like that, So it's just like,
well, it's the message gives it the heart, so much heart that you're like, shit, he just going crazy right now.
Like he's fucking getting off. So it's like, but to me, like thinking of somebody who's been learning how to engineer and learning how to produce it, it just makes it so hard when so many people have different preferences and there's no one way to do things. And then, sometimes I'll show beats to people or I'll show my vocals to people and they're like, oh, you should have did this. And I'm like, well, fucking this fucking track sounds, you just said this track sounds amazing and I did what that track was, and it's like,
yeah,
so
it's different, yeah.
Well, see, that is the reason why I don't really record people no more.
Yeah.
Because
that's tough.
Because it's when you're making money, like people are paying you to mix and do their shit. You kind of don't really, you could give your opinion.
Yeah.
But they have a way they want their shit.
Yeah.
So if they're paying you, you kind of just got to shut the fuck up. Like you can give your opinion, but then you got to do it a certain way. Like I used to record for this, I can't even think of the name of them. They were on the north side back in the day. They sounded like Dipset and shit. But anyway, they followed that whole thing to a T. They sounded exactly like Dipset. They wanted it to be like that. And they wanted the vibe like that. They had everything like this. I gave my opinions. I left it as it was. They wanted me to do this. I did it this way. Recording them is what made me, I don't record people no more. I'm like, I'm not, and that's just to show how, like, I want to do it full time, but I obviously don't care enough about the money to to fucking make some shit that's some bullshit.
Well, caring about the artistry has always held all of us back, bro.
Yeah.
Monetarily.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like who we are and how we live our life, we're good. Yeah. But monetarily, it holds us back because I'm not about to be shaking ass. I'm not about to be fucking fighting people for the internet. I'm not about to be disrespecting bitches and shit. Disrespecting bitches. Isn't that a fucking, what's it called? What's the fucking word for that, bro?
Right.
Double standard.
Yeah, double standard.
Yeah. It's a word for it though, but yeah, my bad, bitches. Nah, but all right, this last one, bro, is Illy's pick. This is BU, the brother BU, fam.
Chill.
Plot twist.
This is one of my favorite songs.
Let's go.
When you think about the totality of everything and that you got going on right now, are you proud?
If you do a video, invite me.
Listen, I am even despite all the years we spent giving away so much of our craft for free, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. You know, like what's about to happen is better than what has already happened. You're not bitter. You're not jaded. No, man. Look, man. I had to go through what I went through to become who I am.
Vibes.
Yeah, right. You know. So I appreciate everything that I went through, every person that I met, all the way up until I got here. I'm really thankful for all my experience because I wouldn't have been this person. Positivity why I wanted him to come on the show.
Zorro. Yeah. Yours truly, I'm the shit. Never gave up on anything I knew that I would miss. Life taught me you gon' lose a lot before you hit. Never seen a nigga get some guap from a wish. I don't listen when you tell me stop, cause it's bliss. People say it's love, but it's not, cause they switch. You tried to tell my story, but my plot had a twist. I turned out to be everything you not, and you pissed. So there is no confusion, I admit. I had a lot of problems I thought using could've fixed. I was snorting halves by the two, I was sick. Made a lot of bad moves, but I ain't choose to be this. Distracted by life outside school, so I quit. And my moms was trying to crack down on rules, so I split. Always felt like I had a lot to prove. Figured I'd make millions writing haikus, that was it. Ever felt the paranoia from a rock when it's lit? I can still taste my snot when it drip. Dope have you stuck in one spot, then you sit. Then 7 years pass on the clock. What I miss? Ho, I'm charged, you dismissed. I remember where I'm from, but I do not reminisce. Your own homies can't wait to take your spot when you slip. Want your life, want your kids in a slot with your bitch. I grew up behind my brothers, I was not with the shit. Separated in the system, so I got with the shit. I'm better than them niggas on the tops of your list. Ask your girl, I left my Siemens on the tops of her lips. She gave me tongue like how you say stop with a lisp. I bet that you can even taste my cock when you kiss. See, every time I used to shoot my shot, I would brick. Felt like a nigga had to do a lot to get picked. Now I feel like Pac on a strip. Just fuck the nigga up, now I'm gon' hop in the whip. Pray for me, this might be the last stop on the trip. Then watch it go down like stocks when it dip. See, you the type of nigga that I swap for a lick. Ain't nobody getting shot from your Glock when it lift. Got your bitch in the spot doing squats on my dick, and I'm gon' make you watch, cause you not gon' do shit. Don't need your validation or your props, I'm legit. When I found out that thinking out the box was a gift. I'm the man, I'm the legend, I'm the myth. You a fan, you a peasant, you a bitch. Bitch.
Jesus.
Yours truly, I'm the shit. Never gave up on anything I knew that I would miss. Life taught me you gon' lose a lot before you hit. Never seen a nigga get some guap from a wish. I don't listen when you tell me stop.
Hold on, I gotta.
Motherfucker is a monster.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shout out to BU, bro. Yeah, and then see, this is the thing about word of mouth with music, bro. This is my guy. This is my bro, fam. As much as Illy, my bro, that's my bro, fam. I never paid attention to that song like that. You know what I'm saying? It always takes somebody else to be like, you know, my favorite song is on the other half of the album. It's No Cap. It's like a West Coast type beat. I love that fucking song. It's one of that one and It Could All Be So Simple. But I've heard it because I listened to the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like in transit, like I'm riding and listening. I never fucking paid attention to that.
That shit's crazy right there.
Fire.
That's
I was
crazy.
in the gym the first time I heard that.
I bet.
I was like, oh my fuck, let's go.
You know, and then he kept the same rhyme scheme for fucking almost 4 minutes. So, you know, and he knows this about me. Like I pride myself, and I got at least 2 to 3 verses every project I've dropped where it's the same rhyme scheme, the whole verse. And I really like that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to BU, fam. That shit was cold. Shout out to the word of mouth of people who put you on your music, or you ever put anybody on my music. I appreciate it because that's what it takes. I would have never listened to that song the way I just did. Now I'm about to go bump the shit out that because he went crazy. And shout out to the accountability on there too, the insight. You know, he was really talking about some deep shit. So
all right, so let's move into these topics. First topic we got on the list.
We got like 5 minutes.
Okay. Let's go.
We'll do the one you had.
No, I think we should do the other one. Yeah.
All right, let's do the ego. Yo ego. It literally says yo ego versus music business.
Yeah. And I wrote down, is there room for ego in the music business?
Okay, let's go.
Your ego versus the music business. Who do you think wins? Let me tell you about the most dangerous thing in the music industry. Not the shady contracts, not even the promoter who pays you in exposure. No. The most dangerous thing in the music industry is you. The version of you that starts believing your own press. Some artists make a catastrophic decision. They decide that the talent they were given, and I want you to sit with that word, given, is somehow proof that they are built different, better, above the room, above the process, above the people in the room, doing the work right next to them. And that is where everything starts to fall apart. Here's what a big ego actually looks like in practice. It's the artist who shows up late to every session and never apologizes because their time is simply worth more than everyone else's. It's the co-writer who dismisses every idea in the room except their own. It's the sound engineer who used to be on tour with the Rolling Stones and is now working at a mid-level club, so he hates his life and every band that walks through the door. It's the recording artist who talks at their collaborators instead of with them and genuinely cannot understand why nobody calls them back for a second session. And that behavior has a cost, not just to your career, to actual human beings. Because behind every big ego in a recording session is a producer who went home demoralized, a background vocalist who spent the drive home questioning whether they should quit. These are real people you messing with, who came to work because they love music too, and left feeling like they weren't good enough because of you. The music industry is already hard enough without you being a hazardous condition. The sharks are real, which means the most valuable thing you have, more valuable than your talent, your reputation. And reputation in this industry is not built on highlight reels. It's built on whether the people who work with you wanted to work with you again. And
that's facts.
Super facts.
Again.
I think I'm on the end of I don't want to work with people again after they do some stupid shit. I'll be like, man, I'm good. I don't want to waste my time. I think I definitely have ego in a way where it doesn't hold me, like not in the way she's saying. I have ego where I'm like, I'm just not going to participate in that.
Yeah,
I won't even like enter the situation if I feel like
that's a good perspective of it.
You know what I'm saying? I won't even enter a situation, and that's literally my ego. Like, not that I'm too good for it. It's more or less like I just don't feel like it's a fit for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm good. I'm just not even like, I'll come fuck with you. You invite me out, I'll come fuck with you. But like, there's plenty of people who like, oh, you ain't never did a show for me. Yeah, no, it's because I just don't. Either I don't respect the artistry from your end enough, or I'm just like, it's just not a fit for me, and it's not going to be a good show for everybody watching. So
yeah.
But I try to check it in.
How do you feel about some of that?
So I think a huge problem is people confuse the idea of ego and confidence.
Type shit.
Yeah.
So, because there's things that she was saying, right, where I'm first at every show. I'm the last person to leave. Do I think my skill set is good? Of course, because I have confidence in myself. But at the same time, I'm very professional with my shit. So I think, like even you, like saying you don't want to step, like, you know you have dope shit, right?
Yeah.
And that's confidence. It's ego is when it's out of control. When I can't even remember the rapper's name, and I'm not trying to list rappers, but there was a rapper once upon a time. The city was talking about him too, and I can't even think of his name right now, but they were talking about him. He got a little buzz or whatever. And literally he came to a show and he wouldn't go on because there weren't enough people there. And I'm like, but you're on the show too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where are your people at?
Yeah.
So you don't want to go on because there's not enough people here? Or there was another situation where someone stepped away from music for over 5 years. They were at a peak, right? At that point, when they stepped away, they had life happen, shit happen. And then I put them on a show. They came, their people didn't show up. I was like, well, you got to go on at this point because otherwise you fuck up the rest of the show order. Like, this is when you got to go on. Like, there's really no way around it.
Yeah.
And then they just didn't perform. So there's ego.
Yeah.
But there's also the confidence thing. And people get those two things confused. You can have confidence in yourself and a little bit of ego, but if it's out of control, then you're what she's talking about, right?
I agree.
But yeah, I think there's a big confusion with confidence and ego. And I don't think there's anything wrong with people, big up in themselves. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's choices you make in shit, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it comes back to, like, I definitely had ego over confidence back in the day, right? But growing older, getting that respect level back, I put the confidence at the forefront, put the ego in the back seat, put the professionalism in the middle.
Yeah.
And then that is where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I like that.
And
the way you said that.
My favorite thing about what she said and kind of what you were just alluding to is the respect. When you realize, you come to that realization that maybe your ego might be too much. Some people never come to that realization and just, they go their whole music career like just burning bridges. But if you're the type of person who self-reflects, once you realize, like, okay, there's a reason why I'm not getting callbacks. There's a reason why I'm not getting booked. There's a reason why, like, nobody's trying to catch a feature from me. Like, maybe, I got to work differently with people. Once you're able to do that, the respect that is gained from that is going to open up a lot more doors, opportunities. And, sometimes it's hard to, like, rebuild that respect, but, it's definitely well worth it. And I think not a lot of hometown artists are realizing that they're diminishing the respect that their names might be holding just based off of how they're moving at some of these venues, or how they're dealing with some of the other artists. They're like, kind of like he was kind of alluding to as well, is like, just because you don't like somebody's music, or you might not want to be a part of something that somebody's got going on, there's a way to politely decline without, burning a bridge. Because just because you might not want to be part of that venture doesn't mean that they got something that wouldn't be more of a fit than what they originally offered, or, that might open down further down the line. And I've had that happen personally to me where, like, I politely declined something that somebody offered me, but then, year or two later, they spun the block, offered me something else, and I was like, dog, this is a really good opportunity, and I'm glad that I didn't fucking shut their shit down when, they came at me the first time, So, I just think that as far as ego goes, artists watch out for those kind of things too.
Yeah. So I mean, ego kind of puts you in a position that makes you think you're bigger than what you might actually be.
Mm-hmm.
And having the confidence, you still are confident in your skill set, but you understand where you're at in a certain situation. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what I'm making up from what you guys are saying.
There's also always room for growth.
Always. And that's another thing. So I'm saying ego will stop you from hearing. You don't listen. You don't listen to what people, you think. And I get it because there is a certain, what's it called? There's a certain stigma behind being underconfident. Like, oh, well, you're never going to make it because you don't even believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then they take it the other way. They're like, oh, I believe in myself so much. You can't tell me shit.
Yeah.
I don't care that Denku's been fucking rapping for 30 years and 50 fucking 100 albums and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care, bro. I'm the shit because if I don't think that, then I'm less than. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that gets in people's way, bro. Like, it's okay to confidently know your level. You know what I'm saying? You can still be confident and you can't rap as good as me.
Yeah, but
98% of y'all.
But the music industry is very hard as well.
Yeah,
overall.
It is.
So like, going into the music industry with confidence, if you have the lack of confidence, you're not going to move forward, right? So I have, like, people don't put me on shit, really. Like, I don't really get asked to be on shit in the city. They say you blow up outside of your city before you blow up in your city, right? So people don't really ask me to be on shit. So I always created my own lane, my own shows, my own avenue of shit because I am confident in myself and I want to show other people what I can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, bro, I've put people on some of their first shows. You know what I'm saying? These people hate me now. For what? Why? Why do you hate me? Do you hate me because I kept going?
Yeah.
And I keep doing shit? Is that why you hate me? But I put you on your first shows. I put people on collabs with legends.
I think
they don't talk to me no more.
It's the lack of because I feel that same way, bro. Like,
yeah,
you want me to be in the position that you put yourself into.
Yeah,
you stopped. You didn't do what you were supposed to, and then I'm still doing my shit, and I don't care about the shit you cared about when you started, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You wanted this and all this big shit over here. I'm fine with what I got. I'm fine with being a hometown rapper. I got my community of people, all the artists we have on here. I got genuine love from people. I genuinely love others. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is beautiful.
Okay with that.
Yeah.
I want to make money? Hell yeah. And I'm on the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in it. But I just don't want to do that. So then they're like, oh, well, that's why you ain't doing shit. But why are you so mad, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm still me. I still walk in the room and get respect and love, and I'm having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then you didn't do what you wanted to do, and you're mad at us for whatever reason. And that's ego. Your ego won't let you just put it. I don't care. The day I really officially stop rapping, probably never. But the day I officially am like, fuck that shit, I'm not gonna be mad at other people for still doing it. Do what you gotta do, fam.
Yeah.
I want you to be the greatest ever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, be all that you can be.
Everything you can, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine, bro. It's okay, fam.
All right. So, man, to close this out, I want to thank you for joining us today. And I've always been a big fan. The first opportunity I got, I made sure to catch my feature from you. I always, when this whole idea of the All 414 All podcast came about, you were one of the first people that I wanted on the podcast. I know he feels the same way.
Thanks.
And we brought that to fruition today, and I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. And we will get that video in at some point. We need to. I thought it is a dope. It is a dope joint. It's a dope joint.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
It's one of my favorite, bro. I love the beat for that. I love my verse. I love your verse. I've never been one of those type of artists that, I tell him this all the time. The feature that I got with Heck, I feel like he bodied my verse, and I feel the same way about yours and Puerto Rican and just every artist. I've never really asked an artist to be on a record of mine that I feel like wasn't equally as good as me or better, because iron sharpens iron. So I'm trying to get as sharp as I could possibly be. And I can only do that by surrounding myself with other sharp, swords.
And that's confidence, nigga. Yeah. That's not ego. That's confidence. He knows.
So, That concludes this episode of the All 414 All podcast, brought to you by Illy, Street Team Hectic, the All 414 All Media Studio, SG Films, and our guest for episode 44, Taiyamo Denku. Yes, sir. Big weight in the game. Let's go. If you haven't already, we encourage you to take a moment to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment about the topic that interests you the most. Thank you for watching, and come back for the next episode of the All 414 All podcast.
Confidently kiss my ass.